Hey, what is up, guys? Bluntcuts here. This is a Watcher of Realms video. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I do appreciate it. Please do like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. And I hope you're going to enjoy this. This is an intercluster grudge match here. Celestial Arbiters, my guild, versus Celestial Gladiators. So we are winning by quite a lot right now. So, you know, it's nice to be on the other side of one of these ones. I do feel bad for my cluster mates, but it is what it is. I have done my attacks at this point. Unfortunately, it's not unfortunate that I got a new computer. That I'm really happy about, actually. But something that I did before I did my attacks, before I recorded my attacks, caused my audio to cut out. So I think the first 3 or 4 matches here, you are going to be dealing with some voiceover. I tried to blur myself out. I came on screen and tried to place myself over the voiceover. So I don't know. It's kind of a mess. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Appreciate you all for watching this and bearing with me. Tried to do my best to do a little play-by-play of the attacks as they were going out in a recorded video, but you know, it is what it is. Not really my best work. On and off the field. So we're going to show you how this goes. One thing I will point out, there are only 3 defenses that are still up. I think there were like 5 or 6 when I started my attacks, so it was not the best, I guess the most diverse selection of opponents. It was kind of the ones that were still kind of up at the end that a lot of people had either avoided or struggled against. And so I had a challenging set of opponents this week, and I did all right. I had some good wins in there. Had a couple of blunders. I feel like I've gotten into the habit recently of kind of overthinking my attacks a little bit. So I think I need to kind of go back, do a little introspection, and try to make some adjustments going forward. But I do think it's entertaining, and you know, at the very least, you can watch me be awkward as I try to cover up my blurred former self in the voiceovers. I appreciate you all tuning in. Let's get to the attacks. All right, guys. So obviously I messed up my voiceover. I think I said that in the introduction. So what I am going to do here is I've tried to cover myself up. I blurred myself out in the background, and I've come back on screen on top of my former self, my muted self, and I'm going to try to explain these fights to you as they happen, give you some voiceover as the fights occur. So generally speaking, what we're looking at here is a Harz team. We've got Maul. We've got Ardea. We also got Marri in there. Marri is kind of the one that makes this go, right? Because as far as anti-air is concerned, there really isn't any damage in here except for Maul. So what we're going to do is bomb this, take out Marri, and then we should be able to fly over, take out everybody else with lightning guards, and then follow up with some combination of skeletal guardians and dogs in order to get in. So in order to bomb them, we're going to wait until 9 costs. I'm going to drop in a set of the exploding bugs on the frontmost tile, then drop in 2 sets of spiders on the tile directly behind them, kind of in the upper right-hand corner of the map. And the spiders should overtake the exploding bugs around the time that they get to Harz, a little bit before that. And the exploding bugs, with any luck, will go in. They will impact either on Harz or on Ardea and take out preferably Marri. That's really the one that we want to take out. She is not in Lili's range, so she won't get saved by Lili's fatal damage eliminating talent, or I think it's a passive actually that she has. But either way, Lili will not be able to save Marri, so Marri should go down, and then we should be able to just fly over with lightning guards in order to make that happen. And we will see how that works. Move myself over. I'm going to cover up the ghost of former me. So here we are. We're just counting up to 9 cost. Once we get in there, we should be kind of good to go. So let's see what happens here. I gotta say, it's a lot less exciting talking over it rather than seeing it. So as you can see, the spiders are actually overtaking the bugs right now. The bugs get through, but the spiders die in time for the bugs to actually pop on Harz, because Harz starts blocking them, which means that Marri ends up taking a shot from the exploding bugs and getting taken out, which is wonderful. Next up, we are going to wait till 10 costs. We're going to drop in our lightning guards. As soon as it ticks up, there we go. There's 1 and there's 2. Let's see what we can make happen with that. So you can see Maul really just doesn't do all that much damage. I think he needs the slows from the from Marri in order to accumulate enough damage on the lightning guards. You can see the talent from Lili is going off right now. I was pretty shocked by how much health the lightning guards were actually able to take off of Harz. Harz is just, I don't know, he's a weird hero. Like, sometimes I have trouble killing him. Other times, he's just, it seems like he takes so much damage. He's so dependent on his shields, I think, is really what it is. And this is why I wanted to bring the Skeletal Guardians in, because he does have this freeze effect, and he does do some damage. Not really enough to be a threat, but I was worried that the dogs might get clipped by him, so I brought in the Skeletal Guardians in order to handle that, and it seems to have worked out. So, yeah, I will be back for the next one. All right, guys, next one up. So we've got a beefy Praetus, Brokkir, Arbiter, Death Squad here going on. This team is certainly a pain in the ass, but it is not unbeatable by any means. Like most of these teams that are set up on the bottom lane like this that have just a lot of damage, the best strategy is to take out the tank, because after you do that, the rest of the team kind of opens up and you are able to use ranged heroes, in this case the lightning guards, in order to take them out. So what I've done here is I brought in axolotls. We're going to deploy them right off the break at the frontmost tile. They're going to path forward. Hopefully they can pop Brokkir's Unyielding. That is the plan. And then we should be able to follow up with a set of axolotls and shadowcasters. They should be able to finish off Brokkir at that point, and we can toss in a healer as well if needed. And then we should be able to follow up and clear out the rest with lightning guards, and then run in with dogs at the end. That is the plan. But one thing I will say, while I have some extra time, while For Me is just yammering on forever, is Constance is kind of the weakness, in my opinion, for this team. By the way, I should also mention Destro. Shout out to you, man. I saw your comment on my previous video. Asking ye shall receive, so this is the attack against you. I know I said that when I was doing the actual voiceover when the mic wasn't working, but I'm going to follow up and say it now. But back to Constance. Constance is kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because she provides an increase to your allies' damage, which is great, but she doesn't really do much healing when she is in her ultimate window. And so on teams like this, where killing the tank basically is death for the team, it's rough, because it creates these windows whenever she uses her ultimate where you can actually take the tank down, and I think that might be what's about to happen here. But let's take a look and see. I'll move myself over to the other side so I can cover up blurry me, and yeah, it's Constance is weird. I feel like we all thought that her exclusive artifact was going to solve that problem, but from what I know, it has not really done that. The healing is just not enough to really resolve that issue. So you can see, oh, and we didn't get the Unyielding pop on Brokkir. I forgot that happened. Yeah, that was rough. That was a little bit rough. Let's see if we can't recover from it, though. So what I'm trying to figure out here, as the screen is paused, is what the hell do I do now? because Valkyra is in here, you basically have to kill Brokkir 3 times. You have to kill him once to get his Unyielding pop. You need to kill him again, and then Valkyra is going to res him, and then you need to kill him a 3rd time in order for him to stay down. So I'm trying to figure out what is the best strategy going forward. So I decide that I'm going to deploy a shaman here to get some heals out, and then at 8 cost, I'm going to follow up with double Shadow Keepers, and the hope is that the shaman can keep them alive long enough that they can pop that Unyielding, and then we can follow up with axolotls afterwards in order to clear out Brokkir. We're going to have to work through his ultimate, obviously. You can see that, and of course the Unyielding, which did just get popped. So we follow up with axolotls here. You can see he still does have full rage, though, and that is something that we certainly have to be concerned about, right? I feel concerned about it just watching. There we go. He went down, though. We burned through that shield, and we got him down. Now, unfortunately, had we gotten the shield popped, or not the shield, the Unyielding popped initially, then we might have been in a better spot. But because we didn't, only Brokkir went down, meaning that everybody else is still up. We're going to deploy the lightning guards here, and the hope is that they can take out enough of these heroes that we can run by with dogs. The main one that we need to worry about is Valkyra, because she's the only one that's actually going to block the dogs from going by. The dogs move quick enough, and there goes Praetus. We kind of knew we were going to get him, though. But the question is, can we get Constance? And we can. Thank God. We can get Constance. And now we just have to run in with dogs. So all's well that ends well. But yeah, you can see me kind of doing a little mop in the brow. That was a sweaty win right there. So let's see what's going on with the next one. myself over. And this team is like the other team, except it's got Ingrid, so it's just that much worse. This is the same team, except instead of Pelagios, we've got Ingrid. Pelagios is great, but Pelagios ain't no Ingrid, so it's a harder team. I went in with Maul here, with Maul, excuse me, trying to take down this team. If you did watch my Ingrid breakdown video where I kind of showed how I've been able to take out these teams before, then you are very familiar with the team that I am putting on the field right now. So generally speaking, when I am doing these, what you have to think about is how many times you're going to have to kill the tank. So relative to the last attack where I was talking about how I had to kill Brokkir 3 times, it's kind of the same situation right here, right? Because you're going to have to kill Brokkir once to get his unyielding down, and to kill him a second time in order to pop the resurrection from Valkyra, and then you have to kill him a third time, where mercifully he will stay dead. Now, this would be a much tougher team if there was a Carnelian or a Lili instead of Constance, but because Constance is in there, like I was saying on the last one, there are some windows where you can get this down, and I was hoping that that would be the case here. So plan, generally speaking, would be to deploy Axe Flutters right at the beginning, hope that you can pop Brokkir's Unyielding, and then after that, you wait until you get back up to 10 costs, you drop a Fool in the tile directly in front of the spawn point, then wait until 9 costs, drop in Maw at the frontmost tile. The Fool will be in the bottom right-hand corner at that point, and then you're going to follow up with another Fool at 5 costs to try to keep Maw up again, then follow up by Axe Slaughters to hopefully finish off Brokkir, and then you follow up with Lightning Guards to clear everybody out, and then follow up with Dogs to get into the Soul Crystal. But this is a beefy team, if you look at it here. Not only is this just a badass roster, but the actual battle power is 520,000 on this team, which is super, super high. It hasn't been until recently, I'd say, that I started consistently seeing a bunch of teams with this level of battle power. And when I attack late in the day, like I am here, most of the defenses were cleared out. These are kind of the only teams that I have left more often than not, is I have to attack these super high battle power teams. So you see, I do have the Unyielding pop on Brokkir, so we were able to get that. I just deployed my Fool, and we should be following up with Maw at 9 cost in a second. So let's see what happens there, and see if we can't get Maw in here. There goes the Maw. You can see the Fool is taking such heavy damage right now that it's almost dead, and he hasn't even gotten in range of Valkyra. That's all true damage from Praetus. One shot from Ingrid did take him out, so we don't even have another Fool right now, which is a bad feeling because Maw just takes a lot of damage from this team when there is no Fool on the map. And so we popped in the Fool there. He's going to provide some heals, but Maw is just getting walloped, and he died before we could even get our Axe Slaughters out. That is bad news bears for us, unfortunately, because without the ability to kind of stack damage with both Maw and the Axe Slaughters on there, it is just real hard to get enough damage on Brokkir to kill him. And as you can see, I was not able to do so because my health got reduced to 0 before his health did, and that means that this is going to be a loss. I think I throw a last gasp effort by throwing in some Lightning Guards, but I think we all knew that wasn't going to work, right? This one's not painful. There are some other ones later in the match that I'm glad I don't have to do voiceover of that were a bit more painful. But this one did not go as I planned, and BP got me. Ingrid got me. This was a rough one. Let's check out what the next one is. Preemptively move myself over to the right-hand side here. All right, so next team up. So we've got a central keep defense here. Similar team. There's a lot of Praetus in all of these. Ingrid in a lot of these too. Now, Ingrid, as I've said before, is not as dominant in central keeps by any means as she is otherwise. Now, she's strong. She's a really good hero regardless of where you deploy her, but she's not crazy here because you can't limit enemies to a single lane in the way that you can in the tower map. So she is less effective here. It's much easier to get her to mode switch because if you look at the tile that is directly in front of Brokkir right now, she's not going to be able to hit that with her AoE range, with her solar mode. So if there's a single unit that is in that tile directly in front of Brokkir, or really any unit, and there aren't AoE units to hit in the AoE range, then she's going to switch over to her stellar mode, which does a buttload of damage, but it's all single target, and it's much more manageable. So what we're going to do here is right off the break is drop in Axolotls. The Axolotls are going to path forward. Hopefully, they are going to take down Brokkir enough to pop his Unyielding. Again, Constance, kind of for the reasons I mentioned in the previous attacks, is kind of enabling this to a certain degree because she just doesn't put out enough healing in order to keep him alive against these Axolotls. After that, we are going to... Oops, I was too slow on my description. I guess I can just call it as we go through here. So, apologize for the disorganization here. But so we've got our Axolotls are pathing forward. We're gonna wait and see what they can do here. There we go. We got the Unyielding popped. So that was kind of the first domino that needed to fall. Now that we're waiting for 10 costs here, I'm going to drop in a Pharaoh Guard on the back tile there. Reason I'm doing that is because I want to give Ingrid as well as Pelagios something to attack. I needed to pop that Pelagios ultimate so that didn't hit the Axolotls and Shadowcasters that I am going to deploy on the next go around. The other kind of ancillary effect of that is that Brokkir is going to pop his shield sooner, meaning it's going to fade by the time, or hopefully around the time, that the Axolotls and the Shadowcasters do get there. So that is the hope. You can see we're going to take a couple shots from Ingrid, but that big beam only went off once. And there we go. We took down Brokkir. We took down Constance. This is looking like a win so far. We're going to deploy double archers on the frontmost tile over here. They're going to path forward. They're going to take out Pelagios. They're going to take out Ingrid. And then they are going to take out Praetus, I hope. And can't remember exactly what happened here. But then we're going to run in with dogs. Either way, yeah, we took everybody out. Just get out of here. We got them. So, yeah, that is a win right there. Feeling pretty good about myself at this point. Blurred Me is real happy with my successful attack. That was a team that I thought I might have to use Maul on, but I did not have to. So. All right, guys. So we are back with actual voiceover right now, considering that I just figured out that my mic was not working. So sorry you had to suffer through that kind of decrease in quality on the previous attacks, but I do appreciate you sticking with me if you are still here. So. This one, we are going to try another bombing run here. We're going to do it slightly differently than what we did on the previous one, and that's largely because there's not quite as much damage in this comp as there was with the other one. Valkyra is great, but she's no Ardea. Ardea puts out more damage, so we had to be more concerned about having more protection for the exploding bugs. So instead of bringing 2 spiders and 1 exploding bug, instead we're going to wait till 9 costs on this one. We're going to drop in 2 of the exploding bugs on the frontmost tile over here. 1 of the spiders on the tile immediately behind that. We're going to let that go. They're going to path forward. Hopefully 1 or more of them pops on Harz, or maybe a couple of them make it to Valkyra. That would be wonderful as well. So either way, we just want to take out Marri. Getting Valk would be a bonus, but I'm not really counting on that. Once that is done, we're going to wait till 10 costs to play double lightning guards when Valkyra's ultimate is down, and then we should be able to clear out everybody else, I would think, but you know, we'll see how it goes. The main thing after that is really just going to be figuring out how we can get past Harz with the remaining units, primarily with dogs and possibly with 1 of the Imperial Pharaoh Guards as well. So that is the plan. Let's see if we can't make it happen. Move myself over to the other side so you can see. And so we're just waiting right now for 9 cost. Once we get close, I will just click up to it. Make sure I got my click right. There we go. So we're just going to click up to 9. And then I am going to drop 2 of the exploding bugs on this front tile, 1 of the spiders on the back tile behind it, and then we're gonna just hope that Valkyra can't kill them all. That is the hope. Somebody explode! Oh no, they got frozen. They got frozen, and then nobody died. So yeah, this is going to be a loss, unfortunately. I think I'm probably going to try this one again because I think that was just bad RNG at the end of the day. I'll go back and I'll watch the replay and see, but I am not super hopeful that we're going to be able to do anything with this. Otherwise, I'll try the lightning guards and just see. Maybe I should have baited out Harz's, or not Harz, Mari's ultimate before I did this, but, you know, not really much we can do about it other than this. I can drop in 1 of these Pharaoh Guards, but as you can see, because they're slowed by Marri, Valk has plenty of time to get her ultimate back up, and Maul is getting so much more uptime on it. So that is likely going to be a loss for us. You know, bad RNG at the end of the day. There's only so much you can do. I'm going to go take a look at the replay, and then I will be back either with this one or with another one, depending on what I see there. All right, guys, I got the last attack here. Hopefully, this is going to be a win because I need a little palate cleanser after that bombing run. I tried it again, and it did not work out. Tried a different way, and RNG kind of got me again. So I'm not going to be showing that one in this video, but yeah, it just, bombs are so frustrating sometimes. I really can't stand them at times. So what we're going to do here, and hopefully this works, this is a beefy team, obviously, 506,000 battle power. We've got 4 Arbiters in the team. We've got Brokkir in the team. This is like a juiced up version of the team that we attacked. I think it was 2 matches ago, or 2 fights ago. And what we're going to do here is we are going to, like that previous fight, what we're going to do is drop in Axe Slaughterers as soon as the match starts. Hopefully they're going to go and they're going to pop Brokkir's Unyielding. That is the goal. They're going to die, obviously, after the Unyielding is popped. But then we're going to wait until 10 costs, drop in Maul on the back tile right in front of the spawn point. He's going to path forward. When we get up to 5 costs, we're going to drop in a Fool. The Fool will path forward and hopefully keep Maul alive. Then we're going to drop in another Fool at 5 cost again to furthermore just keep Maul alive as much as possible. Maul should be able to take out Brokkir because Constance doesn't do enough to heal him. And then we should be able to follow up with some combination of archers and bookkeepers to clear everybody else out and walk on in. Now, I could be bringing dogs instead of having the bookkeepers in here, or the archers for that matter, but my perspective is that, assuming this works the way that I think it's going to, I'm going to have plenty of time to walk in with both of these units. So I'd rather have some, I guess, a fail-safe in case something goes wrong, the archers get killed, I don't take enough out, that kind of thing, and we end up being in a spot where, say, like Ingrid and Praetus are still up, and then I have to be worried about whether or not the dogs are going to be able to get in. So with that said, let's see if we can't get this done, close out with a win. That would be wonderful. But this is a challenging team. At the end of the day, it is tough. So let's click on Brokkir there, and then we're going to send him on in. Hopefully he can get in there before... Let's see. Axe Slaughterers, can you take... It's a nice big thwack. There we go. There's the Unyielding pop. That was the big question, was whether or not I could get that Unyielding pop before the Axe Slaughterers got killed. Now we got 10 costs. We're going to drop our Maw in there. Put on 2x speed just until we get up to 5 cost, until we're in the 4s anyway. And then I'm just going to click up from here so that I can get the Fool out as soon as possible. There we go. Now, Maul's going to take some pretty heavy damage, but hopefully 2 Fools can keep him alive long enough that he can kill Brokkir. That is the hope. Going to be timely again with our second Fool deployment, so we'll just click up to 5 cost again. See, can we do it? I think this is when Brokkir is going to go down. Yes, it is. We can get our Constance too. Nope, Constance didn't die. See, that's the kind of thing that I was worried about, and so I am glad that I was able to get this done. We will drop in archers as soon as we get up to 8 cost, and it would be wonderful if they could take out Ingrid before Constance finishes her ultimate and starts healing. So double archers in. They can take out Pelagios. That would be great. There we go. Not going to be able to take out Constance, though. So we're going to drop in Axe Slaughterers as soon as the Praetus ultimate is done. I hope I didn't screw myself on time here. I made a big deal about having enough time here, but honestly, I kind of wish I had my dogs right now. So let's see how this goes. I may end up I think I'm just going to drop in a single bookkeeper right here, because I think the Axe Slaughterers are going to be able to get in. No, they're not. One or more of them is going to die here. Drop in another one. There goes Praetus, but we're not going to get in. We're only going to get 2 in. So that is a loss at the end of the day, unfortunately. If I had my dogs, where are my dogs at? Oh, well. I overthought that one, but is what it is. So